everybody? My name's Dion Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast. We're coming to you live from the final of the Galactic Championship finale. 7 months of qualifiers. Over 700 unique players battling it out in these Galactic Championship qualifiers. It has been absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing to put on this series. Thank you to everybody who's been a part of it. And here at the end, Alex Mogensen versus Joel Springle. The First Order versus Scum and Villainy. Look forward to next week, our narrative that will go along with this final. That'll be part 2 to this Battle to Alderaan narrative that we're building as part of these events. Today, I am joined by William Hagewood.
It's an honor, Dion.
Thank you so much for your help, my friend. And we also got Jason Grimm on the stats and stuff.
Hello, chat. Great to be here.
All right. So those of you who are watching right now, it is time for you to choose your champion. We're going to break down these lists in a moment. But before we do that, I cannot go forward without saying thank you to everybody who has supported this series, every player who has played, every person who has been a part of this building, all of my judges. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. And this round's brought to you by our patrons. Those of you who make it possible, if you want to be a part of the largest group of supporters, go to patreon.com/goldsquadron or just type !Patreon in the chat. You will be receiving the up-and-coming Scum and Villainy Squadron. We're going to be voting on those pilots here in the coming weeks. And anybody who becomes a patron this month in November is going to get bonus Shadow Squadron swag, which was from our last quarter. And our current patrons are getting some bonuses too. All right, let's do it. We'll pick a list. I'll do the other one. Everybody at home, choose your champion.
All right, I'll throw you a vote here, Dion, and I'll take Alex Morgensen's list here. That's your Bet One All champion here on the left, flying the First Order from the U.S. of A. This is a 2-ace in support build. That support's coming in from that big O Upsilon, Lieutenant Tavson, specializing in coordinating and taking actions while suffering damage. One of the aces out here is Breach. Breach is one of the new First Order bombers who can acquire locks while executing a maneuver or performing a boost that goes through an enemy ship. This is equipped with advanced proton torpedoes, 5 dice range 1 attack. We have some ion missiles for long range control, Connor nets, and seismic charges to be dropped out the back of the ship. And then the supreme leader himself, Kylo Ren, coming out here in the silencer with extreme maneuvers, sensor scramblers, and ion torpedoes. So the same long range control that Breach was taking here, in addition to the early game cloaking that Sensor Scramblers provides. And we've seen Alex make great use of the extreme maneuvers hard-won template when boosting, whether that's barrel roll, then auto thrusters boost back in to get a shot, or simply to utilize the blue hard twos and then a boost to circle even faster. We do have as well Kylo Ren's ability, which is I'll show you the dark side. We've been teasing Alex about it ever since he completely forgot about it. We're very proud of him. In the last game, he did utilize it to effect as well. But Kylo is a mean machine out there. Very maneuverable, highly defensive with that 3 agility and 2 force tokens as well. But that is not the only ships on the board, Dion. Who is he facing off against?
On the other side, we got Joel Springle out of Virginia, we have 2 United States-based players here in the final of the Galactic Championship. Joel has decided to bring what is, cards-wise, a very simple list, but it's flying it in a way that some people, it's hurting their brain. We got 5 Black Sun Aces with Predator. If you saw the opening, he has set these at all different angles, and the reason for that is due to Predator. Predator allows you, if you put it at a weird angle, you're now covering angles that normally you would be missing those Predator shots. You're starting to get them more often if you're playing against somebody who's playing purely on 90 and 45 degrees. So right now we're going to get to see in this game how these different angles end up netting him Predator rerolls. We did have Joel on stream earlier today. Don't remember the exact cut game, but I would suggest watching that. His opening, he still had funky angles, but it wasn't the same exact setup. And I would love to pick Joel's brain. You know, why was this setup? Why did he choose this one for this game versus what he did for Dash? So we will end up seeing the reason why. You have any suspicions there, Will?
I'm sorry, Dion. I couldn't pay attention to you. I was so distracted. I don't think you caught it in your description here. Those funny angles have cost Joel an entire Q-Rex.
Oh, no.
Dialed in a 4 forward and had flown off the board. I'm not sure what the situation was with that. Maybe Jason can fill us in with his ear on the players, but we saw red 4 forward off the board and then blue bumped while 4 cane. So, Jason, you got any insight on that?
Yeah, he is basically just like he called it. He wasn't sure of it and the actions of that previous one, but he's worried now too that he's not gonna be able to do that with blue. I think he can still come around, but yeah, there's much sadness.
They have a hard one, so he can hard one.
He can get out of that corner
for a while. Yeah.
And I will say, for those of you who are like, oh, how did you not notice it? Remember, you're watching one screen. I have 5, okay? And I was reading things, doing TO stuff at the same time. I'm sorry I missed it. Thank you for filling me in, Will. I did look down and said, what? We have a ship missing. Where did it go?
A lot less Q-Rexes than I thought he brought.
We're down 25%.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, didn't need them. Going to take a 40-point bid here. Deficit scoring a little bit.
Deficit score.
40-point deficit scoring. Didn't need it. Not to say that Joel is kaput already. What do I want to say? The challenge mode he's thrown down for himself will just be an even more delicious victory, Dion.
This is true. Never give up. Never surrender.
When he wins with a 160-point list, we will bow down to our Black Sun overlords. But for now, Kylo is on the flank, and Breach and Tabson are meeting the forces head on.
All right, 65 minutes for these Kiraxes to try to do some work. Kylo coming in from the outside, currently cloaked, as you had mentioned, with those sensor scramblers. Breach, you think Breach is going to be able to get an advanced proton torpedo off in the next couple turns?
I mean, maybe. These Kirax have a hard time blocking when they're at these weird angles and stuff.
All right.
It's hard to tell.
That was the ion missile being fired there by Breach to evade just a single damage onto the yellow Kirax.
Is Breach stressed? Breach is stressed. That's big. Let's see what the return fire was. A bunch of nothing. All right, and Kylo's got 2 decloak, was in range 3 of a ship, so must decloak or discard the cloak token. So I was checking on if breach is stressed there. What that's going to do is it's going to prevent that pursuit thrusters boost and a coordinate from Tavson, at least until the engagement phase. So breach kind of hung out to dry here. Only has the 1, 2, and 3 straights to clear stress. So it could get gunned down pretty quickly by the 3 Qraxes in front of him.
So I will tell you, when it comes to the Choose Your Champion voting, Joel was a 63% favorite going into this.
Yikes!
And I opened the betting early, so it closed early. If you didn't get it,
closed before he flew out.
Yeah.
What's funny, Dion, is that this is even the first. It's not even the second time I've seen someone fly a ship off in the final.
Nope. It's the third or fourth time, unfortunately.
Yeah, we had Epionic.
Yep.
Accidentally fly a ship off the board that got set up at a weird angle. Then we had Peter Rose. Yep, I believe. In one of the system opens in early 2nd edition, ended up flying a B-wing off the board by a misdial.
Yep.
So puts him in the the infamous finals. And like I said, I still have faith in Joel. I've seen him flying around. I don't think he's gonna need all 5.
Yep. We will obviously get to know in 62 minutes who ends up being the victor here. So knowing that you're a ship down, do you commit forces early to attacking Kylo? Because
I would have,
right?
yeah,
like that's where the game is now, right? Before you could have split up if you had ships in different places, but all of a sudden now you're looking at trying to make sure to get all 4 of those shots onto the Supreme Leader.
Yeah, I would have as well, but I think the mindset of what Joel's plan is it was trying to get Tavson and Breach into the obstacles. He didn't want to go out and fight them in the open space. We'll see how advantageous that is. But I agree with you. Kylo's the end game now. Like, as long as Kylo's on the board, Alex has the win. What? Don't blame me. I did nothing. I politely waited for you to finish your monologue before
You did.
we jumped in. You're on a roll.
I was
saying some good stuff.
That stuff was good. That stuff was great. Great A.
Yeah.
Great A stuff.
Yeah, and I'm going to agree with a couple mentions in the chat of, like, yeah, if me personally, if you misdialed, like, if you very clearly that's not what you would ever dial in,
right?
Sure, you could change it. I think that's a sportsmanship thing, but Joel dialed in the 4 forward. Like, I don't know what to tell you about that. You just got to not cut it that close, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that was a calculated risk, right? Like, he has the weird angles, and it cost him early. This Qrax flying straight.
Oh yeah, I'm saying, like, that's on Joel. Like, and no disrespect for if you don't let your opponent change their dial. Like,
right,
it's a competitive game. You don't have to.
Yeah,
it's just something I would. I want my opponent at their best when I defeat them, you know?
Alrighty. Well, we know Joel's going to give it all, and he's recognized it, right? Kylo is the end game. All of these ships are now facing in that direction. Kylo doesn't have too many places to go. He's going to have to skirt the corner. Remember, these extreme maneuvers may come into effect to try to do some arc dodging. You can get out of one arc easily by doing a little side step to the right and exchanging some range ones.
Oh, look at this. Look at that barrel roll.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you could take Kylo down, if he can not escape this corner, you got a big
That
advantage.
switches the game. That would be massive, and that's where Joel's going to be going, 100%. Now you are the price for this is you are giving up the flank to Breach, who is carrying an advanced proton torpedo and ion torpedoes, and then not to mention Tavson, who is a proton torpedo himself.
Right. Yeah, I think when they marked off that Upsilon, there's a seismic bomb under there. I missed it because Tavson immediately covered over it. Yep, get up old school here. Look at that, a range ruler. So it hits Breach and Tavson. Now, this was a calculated decision. If the Curex did come in hot, you would be able to get some early damage on him. But if not, now Tavson does get his action and can give out either a barrel roll or into lock or just a lock himself. Yep,
Right.
You see it here. Gonna lock up one of these K-Wings. Gonna barrel roll first, get a better lane. And then take the lock. Gonna hope for range one.
Yep, trying to get that advanced proton going.
Yeah, if it ends up being range one, that would be amazing. If not, you got your missiles. It is range two. So going to be that ion missile attack. Yeah, I don't think anybody's shooting at him, so he's free to spend the focus on offense here.
2 hits. Convert for 3. And both of those all 3 of those are going to end up going through.
All right, this is big. You can see Kylo's range there. Orange and yellow are out of range and will not have shots back on Kylo. Just green will.
Hit crit coming in from the Tormented Apprentice. Gonna make it 2 hits and a crit on defense. Double blank out. We'll see what the crit is. Our critical damage is stunned pilot. Obstacles, they're bad.
Not too big of a deal. He's got the 4K open if he wants to. I think probably could even 2-talon roll. Not a problem. I mean, the half points is a problem, though.
Here's Tavson from downtown. 3 hits. Able to reach that orange Kirax. One of those is going through. All right, here we go. Kirax going into Kylo. Only 1. No modifiers in sight. And we are going to be moving on here. For those of you who have joined us, we've had an absolute tonnage of qualifying events to get to this point. We had 8 qualifiers. Thank you to everybody who has been a part of them. It's been absolutely awesome. They're going to keep fighting it here. And, you know, I know here's one thing I do want to stress. I know that a majority of you, what you'll talk about is that a ship got flown off the table at a final. But that's not to take away anything. If you look at that top right corner, Joel Springle 10-0 up to this point. Everybody makes mistakes. It's all about timing, baby. It's all about timing. You make the mistake at the wrong time, that's when you're punished. He's going to keep pushing. He just needs, honestly, right now, you got to lean into that offense. Lean into that offense going at Kylo. You know that Kylo's going to try to escape, right? You just gotta choose correctly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's the only advice I could give a player in this situation is that you have to take Kylo off the board. You'll never fight that ship one-on-one. Down 53 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, with Orange taking this amount of early damage, and sitting just in front of Tabson, could be down to just 3 Curexes sooner than later.
Takes a focus token, anticipating Kylo going towards that corner. We got a Talon roll. Keep those guns on target. Breach does end up bumping. Not going to be able to get its ability. And Kylo's in the corner. Uh-oh.
Ooh, how do you get out of this one, Kylo? Bank boost barrel roll?
That gets you out of 1 shot. You're still taking 2 from downtown.
I don't know if you can get out of...
Can you get out of yellow?
I don't think you can get out of yellow. Oh, yeah.
That bank boost to the left and barrel roll right?
Yeah.
Forward?
Yeah. That's the only way. I'm assuming that boost fits, which it should. He's currently not in Kylo's arc, so the boost should fit.
Or we can go full violence and just focus, extreme maneuvers boost, and offense is the best defense?
Offense is the best defense. Yeah. I mean, you can sit there and just focus, I guess.
Yeah, if you want to get a shot, you could also boost. Right, there you go. And then barrel roll.
Extreme barrel roll. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That gets you a harder angle than the one bank did.
Mm-hmm. Also blocks the hard one. Actually, no, that probably doesn't block the hard one next turn because he's cants it out.
Yeah, Talon roll. 2 Talon. Yeah,
are you clipping the back?
And
he can't shoot yellow, but you'll get orange. And orange is the one that's taking the most damage right now. No, that's a lie. Blue. 2 crits. Are we spending the force? No.
No.
Not going to do it. All right. Blank focus. Spends the evade. And that's a direct hit going into that Kirax fighter. Hit. Crit. Oh. That's rough. So that means right now we got that Kirax down to 2 health.
Mm-hmm. I got 4 dice Tamsin with the focus coming at him.
1 crit coming for Breach.
I assume he's shooting blue.
Yeah, we're not sure on the target.
Nope, he shot green.
Yep, that's a shield down. And going into orange with Tavson. Tavson trying to clean it up. That target
3
priority.
Will do it.
Spend focus for 2. Natties staying alive.
Wow, gonna need that.
This is the Kirax. This is your time. This is the time.
We got a Predator on Kylo. Didn't think it would ever happen. But look at that.
1 crit. Predator. Hit crit. Spend the force.
Hey.
There you go. You got the defensive mods down. You want to push through some damage here.
Yeah. Has the focus token.
You got 2.
For 2.
1 shield, man. You really wanted to get both shields off there. Or sorry, to get into the hull. So you are shields down. Shields down, not quite half. Needed 1 more. So you mentioned for the Kirax fighters, you got the Talon roll for yellow. What about these other ships?
Ooh, excuse me. That's gonna be hard because green can hard 1 in, and blue stressed. So this is gonna be some tough decisions, to say the least.
A couple folks asking if Breach is stressed. He is. It's at a perfect angle. It's at a perfect angle. It's right there. Right behind this wing is where that's stressed. There's a tiny pixel of red sticking out right there. That is the stress token. I promise you, it's there, though.
Yeah, he linked 2 rounds ago and then didn't clear it this round.
Zoom, enhance, yes.
I guess you could try to 4K green, and then Talon roll yellow the other way.
Okay. I mean, you could also. Can we pull up the die on the Kirax?
It's 2 Talon 4K. I want to say.
Do they have a 3? Do they have a hard 3?
No, they're Scum ships.
No hard 3. Okay. I like your mental reasoning. No, Scum.
That was like the whole thing, right? Scum doesn't get hard 3s.
Points at Fang Fighter.
Okay, well, they're a good ship. I'm talking about M3As and the Star Vipers. They don't have hard 3s. Sure. I know, Vosk, Lancers. Yeah. I get it.
I know you meant like the kind of obscure, more kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? Legends Scum ships that kind of came out one after the other.
I mean, it's just like I said, it's just what like makes the dials unique. In comparison to Rebels, is that Rebels normally have hard 3s, and the Scum ships normally have hard 1s.
Right.
I guess. I mean, this is. I'm showing my age. Referencing like back when Scum had a much smaller collection of ships.
Oh, no, it's massive. Absolutely massive. It's the faction I have the most ships for. Like most copies altogether. All right, Tavs is probably just going to keep it simple here. 1 forward. Did end up bumping into Breach. And we'll see the Kirax get it going. There's a Talon roll going to ships right side. K-Terma green, you called it. T roll for orange. And probably hopping over for blue. Might bump. And it does on the 1 bank. Clears the stress. And Breach coming in saying, hey, homies.
Hey,
Focus.
how's it going? I still got my lock on you.
Kylo is out. 5 straight. He's zooming out of here like he late for the party. Takes a lock for good measure. Also get an idea of where your boost takes you. Right here. Use all that information to your advantage. You know that if you boost, you're going to get, you got that single ship length. So you know that you can get away from yellow. You may still be in range of orange. And there's the boost. And Breach is up first. Range 1. Had a target lock out there on the orange. I believe this is going to be an advanced proton torpedo. 5 dice. Pick up the target lock earlier. Is focused now. Nice start of a roll. Triple crits with the proton conversion. Has the lock. He's going to re-roll both of those to see if he can... Oh, he got it. He got it.
Nice.
1 hit, 4 crits. And all but one of those, the hit won't be going through. That's quadruple crits. Orange is super dead. Direct hit. Damage sensor. Direct hit. Give me one more. Give me one more. Fuel leak to end the stack. That's a little rough.
Yeah, that's another Kirax taken down. Let's see what Tabson has to say about it. Could go into blue here. 3 damage into blue. Takes him out.
Here we go. And only getting a single crit there. No modifiers in sight. One out the box. We're going to go ahead and re-roll that one. Got the squiggle. And now, checking the arcs for the Kirax. It's probably going into Breach. Try to get some revenge here.
Ooh, 3 hits. 2 evades. It's not what you want to see. If you're Joel.
And hit crit. Spends for 3.
I am.
Or Natty's into
natties.
3, excuse me. And Breach is going to take some damage cards. And that's a council fire for the First Order. You need some help. If you can get Breach off the table, you might be able to be maneuverable enough. How many Kiraxes do you need to try to track down Kylo? You kind of need 3, right?
Yeah, you need
well,
3?
As
many as you can would be the answer.
Ideally, yes. In this situation.
More than 2, so I don't think 2 is enough. Because he can arc dodge 1, and that way you can't block as well. If you have 3, you can block and then have 2 set up, to fire.
Yep. Alrighty. And we might get some seismic action here. You have that rock right there. We got a free boost for Breach in the system phase.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody utilize the boost seismics with these bombers, but I'm liking the more I see it.
Well, we also talked about, with the amount of dash that has been being played.
Oh, yeah.
In the last one, like seismic, the stock on seismic charge went up real quick.
Yeah. That makes sense. Especially with a ship that has a white reload and it's fairly maneuverable.
Yeah.
You can get out there and drop quite a few seismics before you even start to fight dash.
And there is the placement of the bomb. He chose to boost forward, not an angle boost. Tavson just barreling down. Takes a strain. Now remember, this rock, if it blows up from the side, when it blows up, Tavson's ability will go off. It's not just damage suffered during engagement.
Yeah, that's going to be a good way to coordinate with full information. It's like I-7 coordinating.
That's sneaky. That's sneaky. I wonder, pick Alex's brain and see if definitely purposely drop some seismics to trigger that Tavson.
This might be a golden opportunity round for it, but it's a play in the playbook, though.
That's right. Takes a 2-turn.
Probably going to barrel roll out arc then. Get rid of the console fire.
Yep.
Well, why not both? Porque los dos, right?
That's right. You do have the coordinate probably coming.
It just
Kylo?
depends on if he's more interested in saving Tavson some damage or saving...
Oh, you know what? In the chat, they're right. They also have the counter net set up for next turn as well.
Oh, yeah. So I guess you just hang out there.
Yep. So all 3 Kiraks are taking a damage. Tavson takes a damage.
Yeah, yikes. All right, what is Tavson doing? Taking a lock? Yeah. Takes the lock. Choosing violence, Dion.
Yep. Hit crit coming in.
It's Kylo to blue.
And that's 2. So Kylo unable to push through damage there, but getting rid of that focus means that this Kirax fighter is in for some pain here.
Tavson locked yellow, actually. We're going to do a little bit of split fire. Couple dice out of the box.
1 crit hit, and we end up with 4.
Oh, no, he's spending that lock.
Oh, he's spending the lock. There you go.
He is ready.
While I'm shooting, let me go ahead and do it.
Double evades. These characters are trying here. Trying to claw their way back.
Mm-hmm. Stun pilot, hull breach.
All right, you're going to have to put some meaningful damage into Tavson here.
Uh-huh. Let's go.
Need to. Ooh, you take out Breach, though. Take out Breach before he drops the counter net.
I like that. Breach only has 2 hull. Range 1. That's what he's going for. Hit crit. There's a chance. You need a double damage.
Crit is
Blinded pilot.
Yellow did roll the 2 natty, so won't die from that counter net.
Mm-hmm.
Neither will green. So they got that going for them.
You get the half. You probably take the half points on green. So that like actually gives you points, right? One more. These things have 6 health. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, got 2 with the Predator.
2 crits.
Going into Kylo here. That was a desperation shot. Did not work out. I mean, do you just ignore Tavson completely? No.
Yeah. It's a long range. No, he's going into Tavson. 2 hits. Able to convert for 3.
Oh, is Tavson strained?
Yeah, Tavson was strained from the cloud earlier. We got some Tavson actions.
All right, I guess that's it for shooting. Leaving Tavson with just 1 shield remaining, but unable to collect the half points on Kylo. I mean, I do understand. He took the shot on Kylo when he had a Predator reroll. Like, I get that. Yeah, and Breach drops the counter net and boosts off into a victory lap. Reload some of his munitions. Come back into the fight later on.
These Kirax fighters, man.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Again, punished.
You know what? I would love. I want to talk to Joel and Alex. Not today. But I would love to see these guys do a rematch. Because I know, okay. I know that Joel probably not feeling great about how the opening is. And if you've ever made a big mistake in a competitive game, most of the time, for most people, it does end up affecting your decision making. Your emotions are raw. Like, it feels bad, right? So it would. I think it could be really cool. I mean, it would not affect the outcome of this game. It is done. Right. But I think it could be cool. I think it could be cool to let these guys fight it out again. Just for fun. I think it could be really entertaining. I gave my reasoning, and that's why do you need a rematch? You don't need one.
It wasn't a rematch. It would be a grudge match.
A grudge match, correct?
Yeah, not a redo. A second one.
Oh.
I mean, you said it before. Like, look at the amount of games these guys have played. They're on their 11th game in the last 2 days. Like, I'm mentally fried just watching just watching these games. I couldn't imagine playing high-level X-Wing for 2 days straight like that. And still
oh my God.
feel...
Can I just say stop in the chat? You know who I'm talking to. Just stop. Stop. We're going to continue. Just stop. Anyway.
Anyways, moving on to the game state here. It looks like we do have green with that loose stabilizer trying to chase down Breach. Yellow was able to get blocked. But Kylo Ren with the target lock he picked up a couple rounds ago.
And that's going to be 2 hits. Convert for 3.
Yeah, that's enough. Yellow's only got 1 remaining and 2 agility.
Converts. So with that, Alex ahead 140 to 25. 140 to 25. The First Order closing this down. Closing this down. You know, in our Galactic Championship narrative that we started yesterday, read out a whole story that kind of went along with it. It was pretty cool. You know, I'm kind of imagining something along the lines of, you know, these First Order, excuse me, these Black Suns try to like betray the First Order at the last minute, and there basically was like a no, not today.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. 2 hits and a crit.
And got only 1 evade.
And 2 hits and a crit.
I mean, you can't say that Joel's been having bad luck on his dice here.
Nope.
He's been getting a lot of natty rolls.
No, but Breach is going to go down here with hit crit. I like that. Evansburg says Kylo saw the betrayal coming a mile away. That's right. He felt the disturbance in the Force. Here's a Predator reroll. 3 blanks and a focus. Breach goes down this turn, 160 to 49.
All right, so green, despite having a crit token near him, does not actually have loose stabilizer, but does only have 2 hull remaining. Blue has a stunned pilot. Shouldn't be too big of a deal.
Just don't touch it. Just don't touch it. You're fine. This is perfectly fine.
But it's kind of behind Kylo. Could be the opportunity for blue.
And we're going on the gas cloud, trying to get turned around as quick as possible. Takes a strain. He will at least have the obstruction. Remember, we are the updated gas cloud ruling, no blink to evade conversion.
Yeah, look at this Daredevil as well. Lock.
Extreme maneuvers.
That's what it is. Extreme. Oh, man, once you get into that mindset of just like, I don't have to turn in on you. I will just boost in on you later.
What can I do? Anything.
That's you really had to start getting used to that to see it more, where you can get value out of it. All right, man. Hot red dice around here.
That's right. 2 hits and a crit. Got the evade.
That's enough to take down blue.
And yep.
All right.
Disable power regulator at the end there.
Tabson. Ken Tabson in
Clean
the
it
game
up.
here. 2 damage remain on green.
3 hits versus 3. And he is currently strained, friends. That is it. The traitorous Black Suns go down. Discarded by the First Order as they finish the mission at Alderaan. Congratulations, Alex Mogensen. You are our Galactic champion. Well, with that, friends, absolutely amazing. Thank you to ISO, Danko, Baffle, Trojan, Prophet, Shadow, Tycho, Spice, Raider, Lancer, Fallen, and Row 6, our Grand Admiral patrons, and all of our Gold Squadron patrons and community members. Thank you so much for your support. Gold Squadron out.